Hello, my name is Kelly Bluen. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. Welcome to my 15 minutes of Zen, where I guide you through creating one small tile and teaching you one tangle. I am using a 2-inch Zentangle brand tile called a bijou tile. It's a 2 by 2 inch. You may use scrap paper, an envelope, a napkin, whatever you have around to draw on. Also using a micron pen, but you can use anything that you have. I'm using a Zentangle graphite pencil for shading and a tortillon for blending. Any pencil will work, and if you'd like to blend, you could use a Q-tip, your finger, or a little piece of a napkin. Okay, let's get started. All right, today we are going to do the tangle called Sand Swirl. Sand Swirl. And that was created by Carrie Hume. And she is a CZT. I always like to write the name of the tangle on the back of my tile. Okay, so to start, we're going to start with 4 dots in the corners. And I'm just going to use my pen today to create these dots. Often I use pencil. And we're going to connect those dots. And I'm not worried about making a straight line. I might even curve it a little bit on purpose. And that creates a nice little frame for your work. All right, Sand Swirl is created with a curve. So I'm going to start with a C shape. So I'm just going to start right here, and I'm going to make a C shape coming off of the edge. And then up here at the top, I'm going to curve it around and connect it. I'm also going to color that in like that. Now to make Sand Swirl, I take this dot right here that I made, and I go to the inside of that C shape. And I'm going to aura, which means I'm just going to follow that outside area around. So I went to the dot, I jumped over a little bit to the inside of that C, and then I'm going to slowly go around the outside. And I'm going to go ahead and do that same thing again. And I'm going to do it one more time. Going nice and slow, focusing on my stroke. I'm not worried about them being straight or perfect, but just concentrating on making that line. Okay, that's Sand Swirl. Now I'm going to turn my tile a little bit to make the next one. And this one maybe I will make going the opposite direction. So I'll make my curve kind of go that way and come down and loop the end. Take my pen and color in the inside of that. And now I find that black part. I go to the inside curve of my little C shape, and I start auraing around the black circle. And then right here, I'm bumping into the previous one, so I'm just going to lift my pen and come out the other side. Do that same thing again, aura around, jump up, and come out the other side. Now you are welcome to do as many of these auras as you would like. So maybe I'll do one more just to show you how full you can make them. All right. So for my next one, Now I'm kind of making mine come off the edge of my paper, but you definitely can make it come off of another shape if you'd like. But I'm just going to start this one on the edge again. So the nice thing about these tangles with the Zentangle method is that they give you a basic starting point, and then you are welcome to change it up and make it yours. They say there is no right or wrong way, and people are constantly discovering unique variations to these. So the idea of Zentangle is that you repeat a pattern over and over again to the point that it becomes relaxing. All right, let's do the next one. I think this one I'm going to make come up here and kind of go behind that one. Gonna color that in. Go to the inside of that C shape and start doing the aura coming out the other side. Going around and coming out. When I get to my edge, I'm lifting up my pen. Just like that. All right, I'm going to do one more. Sneak that one in right there. Color it in. Go to the inside and start following it around. I'm doing this up at my camper right now, and there's family next door playing cards. So if you hear some laughing and giggling next door, that's what that is. All right, that did not take very long. So now I've got some options. I have these empty spaces. So I'm going to show you a couple things I can do. One of the things I can do is I could add in another sand swirl. So I'm going to sneak this little one in there and just start following that outside edge. The other option is to take a spot and just mimic any of the lines that's already there. So I could make this curve here, but I think I'm going to follow that line. Another option would be that you can color that in dark and it would give it some depth. But I'm just going to continue to follow and aura the lines that already exist. Again, there's no right or wrong. We're just filling space and relaxing. In Zentangle, we're not usually worried about the end goal. We're just enjoying the process. One thing I love about this is you can't even tell where I started, like which way is up or down. Okay, that is Sand Swirl. Now I'm going to show you just some fun ways to enhance this. So when I sit down and do Zentangle, I start by picking a very simple pattern and I do it over and over again. And then I might switch to another pattern and add that and maybe add another pattern. But often I'll go back and take the pattern that I made and just fill it in with some fun things. So on this one here, I think I'll just do some little dashes. I'm just sort of doing 1 or 2 or 4. Maybe I'll take another one and do a zigzag. Again, there's no right or wrong, just whatever you feel like doing in the moment. It's very common for people to finish a tangle or a tile and feel like it wasn't their best work. And then you go back and look at it a day or two later and go, wow, I actually really like that. I think that's because we're so focused on the process that when it's done, it's not exactly what we envisioned. Okay, so on this one, I think I'll add some little orbs. And that would come out over here. You get the idea. Now maybe on one of them I want to write a word. So maybe I want to write breathe. I can fit that in there if I want to. And then I'll add just some little lines here. And maybe some there. And that's about all that I'm going to do. But again, feel free to put whatever you'd like in those patterns. All right, I'm going to switch to my pencil to do some shading. Now, shading sometimes scares people, but it's really a fun way to finish off your tile. So I'm just going to take this big one right here. I'm not sure if that was my first one or not. And I'm going to go to the outside edge of that final line. So right here is the outside edge. And I'm just going to put down some graphite right along that outside edge. And I'm pointing my pencil towards the line just to make sure it goes up nice and tight against it. Going all the way around it. All the way to the end. And then I'm also going to do the inside of that C shape. So I'm going to start at my black dot, and I'm just going to put some graphite down right on that C shape. And I'm always laying my graphite on the outside of the shape. You can see how that already looks like it's popping up off of the paper. I'm going to take this next one, and I'm going to put some graphite along the outside edge of that swirl. And I'm just going to imagine where it comes down over here. And then on this side, I'm going to put it on the inside of that C shape. So I start where the black dot is, and I put the graphite along the inside. I'm going to take my tortillon. I know this lighting's kind of difficult to see. And I'm just going to carefully, gently smudge that. And I'm going to push it away from the line. Pushing it away or pulling it away from that initial shape. And what that does is creates the shadow and the effect that it's being lifted off the page. I'll go to my next one. Again, I'm doing the outside and pushing it away from that initial shape. Hopefully that's making sense. Again, my lighting makes it kind of difficult. Now you can see already how these two look like they have depth and are popping up, and the ones behind it look kind of flat. So I'm going to take this next one. I'm going to go inside that C shape. And I'm going to go the outside of that entire sand swirl all the way around the outside edge. And I'm going to go the inside of this C shape and the outside edge. And this last little one tucked in here, I'm just going to go the inside of that C shape. I don't really have an outside edge on that one. Smudge that graphite, pushing and pulling it away from the shape that I'm shading around. Sometimes these little tiles end up getting pretty thick with graphite, but it really is a cool effect. All right, there we go. That turned out pretty good. I like that. All right, and then when we're done, I always do two things. On the front, I put my initials. And if you put your initials together, make them a little fancy. That's called an artist chop. And then I flip it over, and I always write the date. And then I also will write just a little journal entry about what's on my mind. So it can be something very simple, it can be something very sad, something I'm praying about, or maybe just something weighing heavy on my heart. But I always try to write a little journal entry just so I know what I was thinking about while I took that 15 minutes for myself. You can find me at Let's Tangle on Facebook. You can also go to Zentangle.com for supplies and more information. And thanks for visiting.